Hello friends! Today I will be answering the most frequent questions which people who do not do fencing ask me about. But I believe that this episode can be also helpful for experienced swordsmen and swordswomen, because from now on, when someone asks you a question about fencing, you can just send them this video. So let's start with the first one, and probably the most frequent one. Who can fence? The good answer is that everyone. For kids, the best age is around 6 to 8 years old. Younger kids can fence too, though their classes needs to be conducted with special methods to meet the needs of such a young kids. And we of course have to remember that every child is different and their coordination develops in different way. So it can happen that your 6-year-old kid is still not ready for fencing because it develops not even slower, but for some period of time slower, and then it just explodes and he gets great in it. So it's the best way is to just take your kid to the first classes and see if he has fun or not. If he does not, then you just have to wait like half of a year and then try again. Remember, do not push your child into fencing, even if you know that he is the future fencing master. Give him or her the time to grow into fencing and to actually love it. Alright, so we know, So now we know how the situation with children looks like. So this leads us directly to the next question. Am I too old to fence? And the answer is again, no. Everybody can do fencing. In our club, for example, we have a lot of students who are in more advanced age. We had some senior students. Our older pupil had, I believe, was over 70, and they all do great. Of course, as always, you have to remember that a senior student do not do the same exercises, don't do them in the same way as, for example, teenager or competitor. They usually do fencing for purely recreational purposes, but they have a lot of fun with it and they are doing really well. So your age doesn't matter, you just have to go and have fun. The next question is more like a thesis. There is no point in starting as an adult. And this is of course entirely wrong. As an adult, you have more determination and you are much more self-conscious than a 6-year-old child. And it means that you can learn extremely fast if you are willing to. For example, one of my best friends, Tomek Kostański, who you can see in my MCF training camp series, he started as an adult, and a couple years later he won his first golden medal at MCF Polish National Championships. So if you want to learn and you have a good teacher, you can become a good fencer really quick. Or even quickly. The next one. Can girls and women fence too? Well, I believe that my existence is the best answer for this question. Last time when I checked, I was a girl, and I believe that, well, wait a second, let me check. Yes, nothing changed from that time when I checked this last time. I actually could get demonetized by such behavior. Oh well, if only I got any money from this YouTube channel. But no, so I can do anything I want. Actually, they can not only do fencing, but they can also compete with men in the open category, at least in modern classical fencing. They can win with them, which means that you have, like even chances, not like in some sports, for example, running, which probably has a professional name for this discipline. But when you run, you are physically weaker than men and you need a separate category. But in fencing, weapon is like a huge equalizer and you can compete together. But for women who do not feel like competing with men is a good idea, there is also a dedicated women category. The next question, do I need to be physically able to start? And of course, as you probably guessed by now, the answer is of course not. It is much better to be fit and strong before you go to your first classes, simply because you make a faster progress. But this is not a deal breaker. This is what the sport is for. This is what the sport is for, to make you fit. This is the whole purpose. So even if you are very fat and very slow and even lazy, you can go for the first classes. Okay, so let's assume that you cheerfully decided that fencing is a sport for you. So what now? Well, of course you have to call the nearest club and ask how much it costs and what you should do with yourself. In concerning the equipment you need, it's very different in every club. For example, in my own Aramis Fencing School, you don't need any equipment for your first classes. You can lend everything you need for a for a fee. You can lend anything you need and just have fun. And after some time, when you decide that fencing is a sport for you, you can start buying everything you need, the protective garment and weapons. But of course, you have to call the club you are planning to attend to and ask what are their customs. If your club is like mine, then anything you need to take with you is some comfortable sweatsuit? I don't know how to call it. Sportswear. some comfortable sportswear like sweatpants and some comfortable shirt. For that, you of course need some sport shoes with a nice sole which won't be slipping on a gym floor. And last but not least, a bottle of water, because fencing is a very tiring sport and if you won't have it, you will definitely regret it. Alright everybody, that's all for today. I hope that you liked this video and that you found it informative and helpful. I hope that at least some of you who are considering fencing as your new sport will decide to give it a go after this video. And well, the most important thing about starting is don't be nervous. It is supposed to be fun. It is fun. So just go there and do it, and you will have at least a great memory for the rest of your life. You know, you will be an old grandfather and you will tell your children, when I was your age, I didn't do these stupid computer games. I was actually doing fencing and hitting other people with my huge saber. So yes, if you are experienced swordsman who know this channel really well, then remember to send this video to your hesitant friends to change their minds. Oh, and remember to write a comment. If you're an experienced fencer, then let me know, how did your first classes look like? Were you nervous? Did you have fun? What was your, maybe you did some stupid mistake, maybe you were shy. I know you have a lot of great stories about it, because I remember my first time and it was honestly a bit embarrassing, so I won't be telling you about it. Maybe if you ask me in the comments, and there will be many comments, then maybe I will consider it. And if you haven't tried fencing yet, then write, why do you want to do it? Or something like this. Or simply bananas. Okay guys, that's all for today. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to hit the like button and also subscribe the channel, because as I told you last time, now during the pandemic, I post quite unregularly, so hit the notification bell. so you won't miss any of my new videos. And keep practicing. Hello friends!
Stop.
Za wcześnie? Cholera. Przepraszam, ale zapomniałeś o akcji. Cięcie. Jeszcze raz przepraszam, ale zagwozdkę mi zrobiłaś z tym, bo ja teraz nie wiem, czy tu się mówi training. Chyba nie. The 54th try of this particular scene. So, that was all I wanted to say about it. But of course, for women who do not want to compete with men and they want to feel better. Nie było chyba dobre, po prostu, że nie. Tak,
Co źle?
nie mamy butów.
Zaraz przyjdę.